Welcome to another episode of 3D Boxing Podcast. We are back with the Texas boxing scene. Big news today coming from Golden Boy. Grand Prairie's own Vergil Ortiz, the undefeated sensation, the former prospect of the year, will be back in the ring August 14th in Frisco, north of Dallas, to take on, we're going to call him this name one time, then we're going to call him Mean Machine, Egidijus Kavaliauskas of Lithuania, who fought Terrence Crawford, former world title challenger. That's August 14th in Frisco. So let's get into the fight. But before we do, please like and subscribe to Texas Boxing Scene. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. Help us get this monetized as quickly as possible so we can start donating money and helping cure autism. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into today's show. We'll be back later today. We'll get into another Texas fighter, Jamel Charlo, and the Brian Castano fight in San Antonio. But as far as Vergil Ortiz, this is okay. This fight is it's okay. It's okay. It does bump up against Robert Garcia's Josh Franco's fight against Maloney, their trilogy in Oklahoma. Don't know which one he's going to be at. Don't know where Robert Garcia is going to be at. He's got a world title fight with Josh Franco, and he's got a fight with Vergil Ortiz. If you think Vergil Ortiz is the bigger moneymaker, but Josh Franco is the world champion, I don't know where he's going to be. Josh Franco, I think, is in a tougher fight, and we're going to get into that. Kavaliauskas fight is the Mean Machine fight. It's okay. He's got a draw with Ray Robinson and a loss to Terrence Crawford. He won in 2018, and he had a draw with Robinson in 2019 and a loss with Crawford later in 2019, and then he's got just one win in 2020. He's not won a welterweight fight since 2018 against Roberto Arezia. The Mean Machine offers, he's a good inside fighter. He's strong. He's got good power. He just beat Michael Zhuski, naturally bigger Canadian, a super welterweight, 154-pounder. Took him down, knocked him down in the 7th, 8th round, and finished him in what was a fight he was probably losing going into that 7th round, to be honest. But he turned it around. And he's a big guy. He's a force. He's not going to win rounds with Vergil Ortiz. He's got one game plan, is to break him down and get him out. Can he do that? Well, that's going to be tough. This isn't Michael Zhuski. This is one of the premier young fighters in the sport, if not the premier young fighter in the sport. I don't think this goes well for him. I think Vergil's a better boxer from the outside, and he's better on the inside. The one thing I do like about this fight, right, is that it's a clear metric fight. Kavaliauskas did well in the first 3 rounds. I had him up 3-0 against Terrence Crawford, and then he lost every single round and got stopped. I believe he got stopped. It was the 8th round, yes, the 9th round of that fight. And after the 3rd round, it was pretty much a wash for Crawford. So we're going to measure Vergil Ortiz against a common opponent in the Mean Machine. Can he get him out quicker? Can he get him out better? We're going to see. My guess is yes and yes. He gets him out better. He gets him out quicker. Although the Mean Machine is rugged, but I do think Vergil Ortiz will sit there and beat the snot out of him, beat him up on the inside, and punish him. And he'll get him out, I say 6-7 rounds. So he'll get him out quicker, and he'll do better. Crawford arguably got dropped. He struggled in the first 3 rounds of that fight. I thought he lost all 3, and then he turned it around and dominated him. I'm hoping this fight happens, and then he fights Crawford. I'm hoping they use this to build that fight, like they did with like Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton fought Jose Luis Castillo, blew him out. People thought Castillo beat Mayweather. it was kind of one of those things. We're going to see, Golden Boy is going to sell the fact that Ortiz beat him quicker, hypothetically, and better than Crawford did. Therefore, he can beat Crawford. Boxing math doesn't work that way. I'm not saying Vergil can't beat Crawford. I think that he can, although that's a very difficult fight. But if you guys want to get into that, I hope this is the prerequisite to get a staff fight. This fight leads into the Crawford fight, which I think it could. And that's going to be a fun fight. Look, I'm all for Vergil Ortiz fighting Crawford. If he loses, who cares, right? It's like when Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather. Did it crush Mayweather's career? Canelo's career? Absolutely not. When Lubin lost to Charlie, did it crush Lubin's career? Absolutely not. Those guys are back. Canelo's the best fighter in the sport. Lubin's in position to fight for a world title again now that he's 25, which where he should be. He was rushed too quickly. So you can lose and come back. I don't think Vergil Ortiz would lose that fight. I don't think 147 is the best weight class for Crawford. He has not looked as spectacular there as he did at 35 and 40. I think Vergil Ortiz is too young, too dynamic, too strong. And now he's fundamentally too sound. I think Garcia's done a great job with him. I do think Vergil Ortiz beats Terrence Crawford if they fought later this year or next year, early next year. Although obviously people are going to disagree with that. A lot of people are going to pick Crawford. Crawford's obviously got a better resume. Crawford's the pound for pound guy. I just think right now, this weight class, this time, Ortiz barely entering his prime, and Crawford kind of on the edge of his prime. I kind of think at this weight class, Ortiz beats him. I think Ortiz is too good right now. But that's the fight we all want to get. So this is August 14th. Same day that Franco fights Maloney up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Don't know which one I'm going to go to. But we're going to go to one of them. I don't know which one. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like and subscribe. Share this channel, Texas Boxing Scene, all forms of social media. Help us get this thing monetized. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Again, all proceeds go to autism research and recovery. Please leave your thoughts, comments below. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.